Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Music Mondays podcast. I'm your host, Zom Slays. Welcome on in, my friends. Happy motherfucking Monday. What's good? How we doing, man? This is episode 161, and like I said, I'm your host, Zom Slays. What's good? Loudest, what's good? Happy Monday. Let's fucking get it. Stack show for you guys tonight, man. Quite the show for you guys tonight. Lots of submissions lined up. Got some merch updates. Lots of really good stuff to talk about. So, without further ado, let me sip some coffee and we are going to get into it. So, like I said, I hope you guys all had a fantastic week and are having a fantastic Monday. So, weekly recap stuff first. Talk about what's coming on Music Mondays over the course of the next couple of weeks. And then we'll get into some reactions and reviews. So, let's talk, my friends. Let's talk. So, let's go over some weekly recap stuff first. So today is February 19th, 2024, and this is episode 161. What happened at Music Mondays over the course of the next week or so? Music Mondays merch is flying off the shelves. We're going to talk about that a bit later, but basic Music Mondays logo t-shirts are live, and if you haven't gotten one, definitely get one while you still can. But we'll be talking about that in a few minutes. January 2024 Patreon appreciation is live on all socials. Huge shout out to all of our Patrons for not only supporting us, but getting us to where we are today. Huge shout out to Mark, Blank Thought, Ryuki, Kruker, and everybody else over there that's supporting us on Patreon, man, and Jordan as well, of course. You guys are amazing. But that takes us to about Thursday of last week. So, we actually uploaded a brand new guide on the Music Mondays YouTube channel. I think a couple of weeks ago I recorded a how-to guide, actually. How to submit to the Music Mondays podcast in pretty much great detail. All the details that you'd want to know on how to submit to the Music Mondays podcast are available in that guide. So definitely go check that out. And huge shout out to everybody that's been showing love to YouTube, man. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes as well. Actually, yeah, I think we're only like 4 subs away from 100 or no, 260 actually. I think we're at 2 like 56 or something like that. So if you're not subbed to the channel, definitely go check out the channel and go show the channel some love. We upload 2 times a week. But again, the how to submit to the Music Mondays podcast guide for 2024 is available over there. And again, go check that out if you got any questions or concerns or curious on how the format works for the Music Mondays podcast. So that's available. We roll into Friday actually, and we dropped 2 brand new articles by the homie Jaded. Jay actually came through and wrote some short reviews on 2 very underrated projects. So definitely go check that out as well. And actually, I just got a notification that resubscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel. So if you have not already, man, go join Re. Go bump up those numbers, man. We're on the road to 260. Okay, so go show the channel some love. But yes, 2 brand new articles are live right now by the homie Jaded. Definitely go check out those reviews, and huge shout out to Jay. Couple classics, you know what I mean? Couple classic underground reviews, to be honest with you. So definitely go check those out, and go check out all of our pieces on musicmondays.com, man. So that's Friday. And also on Friday we dropped Across the Pond for January 2024. Now, for those of you that don't know, Across the Pond is our monthly SoundCloud playlist, curated by the homie Aster, which contains tracks exclusively from artists outside of the United States. So again, we want to show love to all of our homies in Europe, our homies in Australia, in the Middle East, and pretty much everywhere that's not the United States. So Across the Pond is live right now, so definitely go check that out, and huge shout out to Aster for curating that and actually doing the art as well. So huge shout out to Aster, man. So that was Friday, pretty stacked Friday, if I'm being completely honest with you. So we roll into Saturday, and that was episode 160 of the Music Mondays podcast. That is available everywhere Huge shout out to everybody that came through and showed love. Huge shout out to everybody that submitted to episode 160. And again, that is available everywhere, including our YouTube channel. Huge shout out to everybody that takes Music Mondays on the go. Whether you're taking us on the road to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon, all that good stuff. Episode 60 is available, or episode 160 is available everywhere. We're getting into the point, man. We're getting into the fucking point where the numbers are starting to get weird. Like I feel like the like 160s are so weird. Like I can't wait to hit 200, man. Like, cause like episode like 164 is just gonna be, I don't know. It's just so weird to keep track of after so long. But again, episode 160 is available everywhere, so definitely go check that out and go show that some love. So that was Saturday. We're rolling into Sunday, and SoundCloud Sunday Volume 122 is available on our SoundCloud, and that was curated exclusively by me. So again, huge shout out to everybody that submitted, showed love to SoundCloud Sunday, and keeps running those up, man. To be honest with you, again, you guys know that SoundCloud Sunday is like one of my favorite segments that we have here on Music Mondays, and I'm definitely excited to continue to expand the playlist journey. But as usual, if you're interested in submitting for SoundCloud Sunday, submissions open every single Wednesday, so make sure you follow us on socials at All Music Mondays, so you can stay up to date when all of our submissions go live, my friends, including for the Music Mondays podcast. But that concludes your weekly recap. That was pretty much everything over the course of the last couple weeks, or no, over the course of the last week or so that you might have missed. And again, make sure you follow Music Mondays on socials at All Music Mondays, so you can stay up to date with pretty much everything that we're doing, to be honest with you. But let's see here. So that was your weekly recap. What's coming on Music Mondays over the course of the next week or so. So writing's been going really well. We've been cranking out pieces like crazy. So again, just want to stay consistent with all of our writing. Our usual submission and playlist content will stay the same. We're in the middle of booking some podcast episodes for Feature Friday and Workshop Wednesday. So those will be rolling into 2024 relatively soon, and Underground Classics and the Breakdown on our SoundCloud will be getting some fresh playlist updates as well. So again, just make sure you keep your eyes peeled. Follow us on socials. Going to be another stacked week. This last week or so was pretty stacked, so I anticipate this one kind of being the same. And yeah, lots of stuff to kind of finish out February. And then once March turns, we'll be talking about a lot of other things, stuff like Cyberfest, a new Music Mondays album, and a whole lot of other like smaller goodies in the background. But things will continue to stay the same, but we also have a couple tricks up our sleeve that we plan on working on. So stay tuned per usual, and of course make sure you follow us on socials at All Music Mondays. So next week, or this week I should say, will be relatively stacked. So stay tuned. So one thing I wanted to talk about before we get into some reactions and reviews is the Music Mondays merch. First off, huge shout out to everybody that purchased a piece, everybody that was showing love to all the pieces. Of course, I know it's kind of hard with, you know, the United States exclusivity, right? But again, any support helps. So you guys are fucking amazing. Thank you. All orders are currently shipped right now. So your Music Mondays merch will be there within the next week or so. I believe everybody has all their tracking numbers and things like that. Everybody's keeping an eye out. But I did want to talk about the inventory update. So what we have left, we have we had smalls through double XLs. So we have smalls left. I know we're low on mediums. We have larges left, and we are sold out of extra larges and double extra larges. So still got a lot left, but the bigger sizes are sold out. But again, they do run true to size. And so if you're one of those people that like sizes up with stuff, or, you know, you just like bigger stuff, these are ones that are definitely like true to size, right? So if you're actually a large, get a large, don't size up or If you're a medium, definitely get a medium because they fit like a medium, right? So again, those are available for purchase right now. They ship in 5 to 7 days. PayPal payment only, and they're personally shipped by your boy. So if you have any questions or concerns, definitely let us know. And again, if you want to purchase a Music Mondays basic logo T-shirt before they are all gone, definitely get in contact with us. I don't know if we'll do another drop this year, so these will be pretty rare, and these are the first editions, realistically. Um, there's never gonna be a original print of these. You know what I mean? Even if we do basic logos, again, these are definitely pretty rare in that aspect. So if you were considering copping one, definitely cop one. But again, huge shout out to everybody that already purchased one. All those are sent out. All orders are fulfilled. And again, if you're interested, just definitely send us a message, send me a message, or send us an email. Because they're still live, so let's get it. And of course, check the link in the description of this video. That'll have a link to all the information about current Music Mondays merch. So, that's about it, my friends. That's about it. So, we went through our weekly recap, a little bit of a merch update, talked about inventory. So now, I think we can roll into some reactions and reviews. I think that would be fantastic. So, let's do it. Let's do it. So, tweet is on screen. You guys know the drill, but if you don't and you're new here, tweets will be in the same format every single week, and they'll always read. Artists and creatives submissions are open for live reviews on Music Mondays, live on February 19th, 2024. Twitch.tv/SolidPlays, which is here and now. If you'd like to submit your music, artwork, fashion, or digital creation, drop your links and portfolios below. All art forms are welcome. 4-hour show limit. Must be following Music Mondays on Twitter to be eligible. Patreon subscribers, submissions are played first each week. So, contrary to our name, Music Mondays, right? We reacted to pretty much everything here on the show. Everything from photography to music videos to merch ideas to instrumentals, vocals, of course, designs, like you name it, we reacted to it. So again, feel free to drop any of your work, and we'd love to have you here on the show. 4-hour show limit per usual. That was implemented at some point last year. I think like halfway through the year we implemented the 4-hour show limit just to make the show a little bit more palatable. And we are a weekly live show, right? So it takes a little bit of pressure off the crew and things like that. But mostly for the fact that you know, sometimes even watching back a 4-hour show, like even just throwing it on in like the background is like, you know, a little bit long, you know, but it's definitely a lot shorter than, you know, the 6-7 hour shows that we used to have. So, 4-hour show limit, and of course, submissions are free. They always have been free, and they always will be free. The only thing that we do ask is that you're following Music Mondays on Twitter to be eligible, not only to help spread our message and show us support, but just to show respect to everybody else that does wait for their submissions to be reacted to each week. And of course, you gain access to a wonderful, very very supportive community, man. So kind of a win-win. But that's the only thing that we do ask before you submit is that you're following Music Mondays on Twitter to be eligible. And of course, Patreon subscribers submissions are played first each week. So if you're subscribed to our Patreon at any tier, you gain access to the Music Mondays Fast Pass, which allows all of your submissions for the duration that you're pledged to the Music Mondays Patreon to be played first every week. So you get a guaranteed play at, you know, at the start of the show. Usually when people watch back the VOD, you'll be the first track that's there. So you know, you're kind of getting a little bit of a guarantee there, right? So definitely go check out the Patreon because that's only one of our perks over there. We have a lot of ways that we support all of our patrons over there, so definitely go check that out and go show that some love. But of course, Patreon subscribers go first each week. And I think the only other thing that we gotta mention is submissions do close. Submissions close pretty much a couple hours before the show goes live. So again, usually like a good rule of thumb, right, is if the show's already live, submissions are closed, and you know, we do that just to keep the show pretty free flow. That way, nobody's kind of messing up orders and things like that. So you have roughly about like 6.5 days or so to get your submission in before the show goes live. And of course, if you're watching this live, submissions open tomorrow, Tuesday the 20th. If you're watching this on YouTube, submissions are already open. So check our recent tweets and go drop your link. So let's get into it. Of course, if you have any other questions, we just uploaded the 2024 guide on our channel on how to submit to the Music Mondays podcast. So definitely go check that out and show that some love. And of course, feel free to ask us any questions or anything like that, because we'll be happy to answer you. So it looks like we have one Patreon for the night, and then the rest are community submissions. So let's roll into it. All right. One Patreon tonight from the homie. It's Jordan. So, Jordan has been going crazy promoting their new project, and I'm very excited to get into this. So, they submitted what looks to be a visual titled Songs from Duel with Jordan. Now, let's check this out because, man, Jordan has just been killing it so far this year. So, like, pretty much every submission has been like, holy shit. So, I'm definitely excited for this one. But, I want to check the description first and see what we got here. Songs performed Before the Storm, Project Lighters, Purpose, and okay. Links in description. We love that. Okay, all right. Let's see what Jordan's rocking with here. Now, for those of you that don't know, Jordan, an alternative vocalist and producer, submitted songs from Duel. So, let's check this out, man. See what we got here.
Knew where I was going before the storm. I reached for roses, knowing about the thorns. That night under the rain, I was reborn. I won't ever feel the same as I was before. Not just talking about my name, it's been so much more. I've been chipping on away what this axe is for. I don't wanna play it safe, I won't have remorse. This is testing at my faith, but I'm still on course. I just wake up to the same and I sleep to storms. Patching wounds up from shots hit, of weapons formed. I can't live with it, just still the norm. Sirens on, so yeah, I guess I've been warned. Yeah. I guess I've been warned.
This format's great already.
Yeah, that one's called Before the Storm. Little Easter egg, the guitar in that is from a song called Ducky by me and Anthony Floyd, so go check that out.
That's how Ducky.
Alright, we're gonna do some more.
Let me guess. Holy shit.
I'm starting to feel like I kinda get it now. Don't call me crazy, call me when you see this, calm me down. I've been looking for what goes around to come around. I've been looking for what's going down, what's up right now. Find me somewhere I don't need to be, I've been away. I'm restarting shit immediately cause I'm not okay. From my heart, only ask to see another day. I'm not that smart, only ask for enough to stay. Enough to stay on face to face with all the fear that I can find. Get me out this place. I've been really in a distant, different mental space. I get really freaky visions from behind my face. I let everything move past me, this is not a race. You get worried if I'm happy, so I hide my face. I'm just trying not to act out, there's a time and place. I'm just trying to go back, now there's a feeling that I chase. I'm still flying, can't look back like I'm stealing at that place. I'm still lying, it's bad, cause it's really not a phase. And I'm starting to feel like I kinda get it now. Don't call me crazy, call me when you see this, calm me down. I've been looking for what goes around to come around. I've been looking for what's going down, what's up right now. Find me somewhere I don't need to be, I've been away. I'm restarting shit immediately cause I'm not okay. I'm starting to feel like I kinda get it now. I'm starting to feel like I kinda get it now. I'm starting to feel like I kinda get it now.
That was gas.
Alright, this is take 2 of the 3rd song. I like missed my cue, I wasn't really paying attention, so I don't think first take counts really.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's a mess in here, man. Said fuck it, this the outcome now. I wasn't done yet, so fuck it, this on the album now. And I could probably change some minds if I figure out somehow I could make it for the fact that it's really been a while. I've been working against gravity to get this right off the ground. It is what it had to be, now I like how it sounds. So if anybody ever heard this while the storm's coming down, I don't want you to worry about how Jordan is now. It's a mess in here, I'm able not record how it sounds. Nothing less than a year from my heart, so I found I speak it into the mirror, let that shit come around. My weekend just disappeared with the ash on the ground. I'm asking you now, is it too hot? I don't check the weather. I just take the day and hope tomorrow feels better. If there's any takeaway, it's that I'm like this forever. I think it's safe to say the best time for this shit's like striped sweaters, what? All the time, all the time, all the time. You know what? I'm very thankful if you listen to this video or watch this video. Really hope you go listen to the album Duel. I'm gonna let this outro play out.
Fire. So fire. Out now, bitches. Okay, that was fantastic for a lot of reasons. Let's talk about it here. So, obviously we have 3 tracks here, so I guess we won't go through every single track. I think we'll talk about the visual as a whole and what this kind of does for the project, right? So this is very interesting because we have 3 tracks here: Before the Storm, Purpose, and It's a Mess in here. And there's a couple interesting things about this, right? I love the order of these. I don't know if it's in the order of the project itself, right? But the order, I think, is just fantastic, to be honest with you. Like, this is one of those ones where why these 3 were chosen, I'm not sure. Right? Now I'm curious. Now honestly, now I'm just really curious. Now I really want to know. Let's go look at the track list. And then we'll take a look here. Okay, so all right. So, so they're just kind of switched around, but they are pretty much next to each other. They're just slightly switched around. So, regardless though, I think the point still stands that I was going to make was a Purpose was placed insanely. Like, I think Purpose was definitely like the perfect middle track to keep people engaged, because the opening track is definitely one where, like, personally, I would stay engaged, right? But most people will. But it's all about like the following track, right? And Purpose was it just had that mood to it that you were sucked in, and like by the time it was done, we were on the last track. So that was something that I really enjoyed. Was the order, right? The other thing I want to talk about here is the editing. I think that'll probably be the shining star, if I'm being honest with you. Like, the editing here is so simple and minimal, but I think it really mattered. Like, it really, really fucking mattered. For a couple of reasons. But before we talk about the editing, I want to talk about Jordan in this visual here and how comfortable they look. Now this is something that I've spoken about um Jordan before, right? Like, I've definitely talked about how they look in visuals, how they look in apartment jams and things like that, right? Like, this is definitely not new at all whatsoever. But I think in this one, in the format of like back to back tracks being performed, I think Jordan did a really fucking good job here. Just kind of like keeping composure and like staying loose and like not really like being stiff or anything like that. Like, especially when like Purpose came on and like Jordan got even like more loose. I think that's like what like that's what I like to see, right? But I think a lot of supporters and a lot of shit, even artists, like to see that shit, right? Like, that's you at like your purest when you're performing, right? And like actually taking these performances to like a smaller scale, right? Because it's not easy to go do a bunch of shows all the time, and nor is it really practical, right? But Jordan is kind of getting like their stage presence and their performances in like so many different ways, and this is one of them. And I like the fact of them just being comfortable throughout the whole thing. I think that's something that can't go understated here. Just something that I noticed throughout the whole video, right? But it just can't go understated at all. So the last thing I want to talk about here is the editing and the post processing, right? While it was very minimal, I think it was very, very important. The intro, for example, right? The intro was just it felt like a dual piece of content, right? It felt like a piece of content for the album. It felt very exclusive. It didn't feel like it didn't belong. It wasn't off brand. It felt like something for the album, right? Right off the bat. So, which I love, right? Because especially if you're like a first time listener, you're gonna want people to um like be intrigued and you like, I feel like the intro creates that sense of wonder and also um stays within the theme, right? So outside of that, we have the outro, and the outro is very detailed. And I think making use of the art as much as you could throughout this whole visual was fantastic. I thought this was great. This kind of format isn't crazy to do, right? I just think Jordan does it so well because they do it so often, right? And they do it like in a way where it's so unique to them that like even if somebody tried to do the same thing, you couldn't. You know what I mean? Because it's so them. Like, it just felt like a dual, like I said, like it felt like a dual piece of content for the project. And that's what I really like about this. It's very original. It's very like I said, like even if you wanted to take the format, right? You could never match this. You just couldn't. You'd have to do it in your own way. And that's what I like about this is the originality here for sure. So, um the whole thing is just a really good watch, but I would say the shining star is the editing and the post processing, along with the fact that Jordan was very comfortable throughout the whole thing. So, well done, man. Well done. Huge shout out to Jordan. Make sure you go sub to the Make More Creative Junk channel. They are 9 subs away from 40, a wonderful milestone. So go show them some love over there on the MMCJ channel. And of course, make sure you follow Jordan on Twitter. They are 8 followers away from 380. So go show them some love there on the bird app, my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We are approaching 260 subscribers. I believe we're about 3 away, 3 or 4. So go show us some love on the channel, man. We upload 2 times a week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, underground tips and tricks, and a whole lot of good stuff. So Go show these artists in the channel some motherfucking love. Let's get it, baby. All right, so that was our only Patreon for the night. Huge shout out to Jordan for that submission. That was a great way to kick off the show, if I do say so myself. But up next, we got the homie Nikki, aka Alan K. And they submitted a song by Kevin J. Beats featuring Alan K. Pointless. Okay. Yeah. Alan K, a wonderfully talented hip hop artist, submitted Pointless with Kevin J. Beats. And actually, I was very curious about this artwork now. I was like, what the fuck? This crew right here, bro, takes the cake for some of the most like just unique art for sure. It's super super funny. Like I feel like sometimes you never know what the song is going to kind of be like, right? But nonetheless, let's get into it. Alan K, Kevin J. Beats, Pointless. Let's go.
I wrote it out 100 different times, yeah. Thought about 1,000 different ways. Well, I never really could make it stay. So I wrote this song knowing you hear it one day. Oh, it's pointless. And I'm messed up again. But it's pointless. Oh, call all your friends. But it's also pointless. I'm busy right now. It's pointless. Yeah. Put a pistol to the head, bitch be dead. No regret with a mouth full of lead. I don't wanna go through life knowing that we never really did get it right. Now I'm holding back. You still wanna be by my side? Do you still wanna put up a fight? But it's pointless. Call all your friends, but it's also pointless. That I'm fucked up again. Pointless, don't make sense. Can you tell me what you really mean? It's a process, and you're heartless, yeah. And you know just what's gonna make me bleed. When you use me, then abuse me, then you switch up. Now you lose me, you don't care. Life ain't fair, I learned that well. Lost everything, go my own hell. Bitch, I'm a star, don't let me down. Arrow to the heart, time's running down. I'm running out of time, got so much to say, so much running through my mind, but you don't listen anyway. I wanna go through life knowing that we never really did get it right. Now I'm holding back. You still wanna be by my side? Do you still wanna put up a fight? But it's pointless. Call all your friends, but it's also pointless. That I'm fucked up again. All of the reasons, all in my head. Your demon, get out of my bed. Falling deeper, got regret. You're the reason, can't forget.
Okay. So that was fantastic. I definitely have a couple thoughts on this. So let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. So, we're gonna talk about three things here. We're gonna talk about the instrumental. We're talking about vocals. We're talking about the overall theme of Pointless. So, man, oh man. Okay. So, I assume Kevin JB did the prod on this, but let's talk about the instrumental. So let's talk mix. Again, mix is great. Alan K is definitely an artist that we've heard enough of now that we can usually, expect a pretty clean mix with whatever they do. That's turning to be something that's not really a surprise anymore, right? But for those of you that are new here, this is definitely a very consistent mix. Um, Again, nothing clashing, too overbearing. Vocals sit nice. Drums cut through nicely. Nothing that was really like too much, nothing that really like wigged me out at all. You know what I mean? So, um, instrumental mix solid, not really shocker, but you always got to point it out, right? Instrumental Shining Star. Uh, you know, drums are a big part here for sure, but I feel like the melody kind of captures the mood that was really needed. I feel like this melody was fantastic. Super simple, super clean, has this it's just sense of emotion to it, right? So definitely the melody for me, but the drums were definitely a close second for sure. Absolutely. Um, so instrumental solid, definitely the melody. But let's talk vocals. Um, vocal mix very clean. Again, sort of back to the same point with the instrumental mix. Vocal mix fantastic. This is definitely an artist that has a very consistent mix and knows really what they want out of certain tracks, right? Especially for something like this, as far as November 17th of last year, right? So not exactly brand new, but not exactly super old either. So, kind of an indication on where, and not really where Alan Kay is coming from, but how consistent they have been compared to more recent tracks, right? So that's one thing you definitely got to take note of. But again, nothing clashing too overbearing. Vocals sit nice. Drums definitely cut through nicely. Nothing that really stuck out to me that was off or anything like that. So definitely a solid vocal mix without a doubt. Um, Vocal Shining Star. Honestly, for this one, probably the writing. I feel like the writing was very honest, very passionate, very like from the heart kind of writing for sure. Like not even a question. I think in my book the writing definitely clears on this one. Flow and cadence and delivery was a close second, but writing in general definitely. Um, so instrumental solid, definitely the melody. Vocal solid, definitely the writing. Let's talk theme here, my friends. So, aesthetics. Kind of a hilarious cover when you like consider the song, right? But I feel like again it's one of those like duo covers where we have another collab with Alan Kay, and it's one of those that kind of represents both artists, right? So it's interesting in that aspect for sure. But definitely nails like the single aesthetic 100%. So definitely solid for a single without a doubt. Um Overall theme, right? You know, I would even say that like there's a couple of themes, right? Like you could take this song in like a couple different ways, for being honest. Like I really feel like you could take it in the direction of just like broadening and everything's pointless, and you know it's one of those feelings you get when you're like super like just fucking down bad, down in the dumps, just going through shit and everything feels pointless, right? So you have that like broad theme. Then you have like the more intricate and detailed theme of like everything's pointless from the aspect of like what you've been through with somebody, right? So you can go through like years and years and years of shit with somebody, and it ends up being pointless just because of where you end up at with them, right? It could be friendships, relationships, partners, anything like that. So there's kind of like a dual theme here, and I think Alan did a really good job kind of combining that theme with being honest and honest writing, and that's why writing definitely cleared on this. So well done, my friend. With that said, huge shout out to Alan K, Kevin J Beats. Make sure you follow them on Spotify, and of course, make sure you follow Nikki on Twitter. They are one follower away from 980. So go show them some love there on the Bird app. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube free upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We are approaching 260 subscribers. We're only a couple away, so go push us over there to 260, man. And of course, we upload 2 times a week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a whole lot of good stuff is available over there. So go show the channel and these artists some love, my friends. Let's fucking get it. And if you already have, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you for supporting Music Mondays, my friends. Thank you. So, let's continue on. So we ended off with Alan Kay. Up next is the homie Braden. Now, Braden, for those of you that don't know, a very talented alternative vocalist, submitted a track titled "Oh No," with the caption, "Interview me soon, please. I need the social skills." Huh. That could be something that we could make happen in the future. That could definitely be something that we make happen in the future. So, they submitted Oh No. Let's check this out and see what we got in a new tab. I am definitely down. All right. Let's get into it, chat. Brayden, Oh No, let's go. Uh-oh.
I know little shorty, she gon' like that. All he know is a chopper really bite back. I know he just talk, he won't fight back. A couple days ago, I copped a dime bag. Oh no, don't fuck with paparazzi, don't want photos. And I don't care what you say, cause I'm on go mode. And I'm sipping on this walk hard, moving in slow-mo. Grow up with my bros, we finna glow. Broke ass bitch, bought a feeding for that dough. Hop inside that bitch, you know I go. I don't wanna running in the store, this shit so white. He gon' say hi to my Clark. That bitch, she don't sense a rock. Keep my weed and lean and start. Shit, I'm telling feel like I rock. Got the hardest fist I rock. Got the hardest fist on dark. I just fucked that bitch on God. Vet my fibber, I just bought. You take my swag, just don't get caught. Yo, bitch, do backflips on the car. My bitch on a period, no big car. On up for my bros, you get shell shocked. When talk to your door, they don't even knock. That boy just at the door, got smacky up block. I know little shorty, she gon' like that. All he know is a chopper really bite back. I know he just talk, he won't fight back. A couple days ago, I copped a dime bag. Oh no, don't fuck with paparazzi, don't want photos. And I don't care what you say, cause I'm on go mode. And I'm sipping on this walk hard, moving in slow-mo.
Damn. That was crazy. That was definitely crazy. I like that duo. Brayden coming through again, really reminding everybody that they can really collab with anybody and make it fucking work, man. Like, it just does not matter. Like, Brayden can definitely uh do it all. Like, just a versatile vocalist. Very, very versatile. But let's talk about it, man. We're talking about three things here. We're talking about the instrumental, we're talking about vocals, and we're talking about the overall theme of Oh No. So, um, let's talk, man. Um, Instrumental. Definitely a Brayden type of instrumental, especially lately with the kind of plug esque sound that they've been on. Not really a shocker that this is um something that they jumped on, right? So I like the choice. Definitely very Brayden esque instrumental, like I said. Um, Mix. Mix is fantastic. Nothing clashy to overbearing. Nothing that's like super off-putting. Sounds are solid. Sound selection solid. Structure solid. Vocals sit nice. Nothing that really like stuck out to me. You know what I mean? But that's not really a shocker. Braden's definitely known for having a very solid mix when it comes down to their tracks. So nothing new there, but something you always got to point out, right? Um, Instrumental Shining Star. Hmm. I'm kind of torn between the melody and the drums. I like the melody a lot, but the drums are kind of doing it for me, to be honest with you. They were like I just something about the drums like it's definitely the rhythm and the sound selection for sure, but they they were just very memorable for some reason. Um so definitely the drums. Definitely the drums for me, for sure. Um so Instrumental solid, definitely the drums. Let's talk vocals. Um, Vocal mix. fantastic. Again, Braden's an artist that really knows what they want their vocals to sound like, so not really a shocker, right? What's something you always want to point out? Vocals sit nice. Nothing clashy too overbearing. Drums cut through nicely. Um, Nothing that really threw me off at all there either. Vocals were definitely solid, especially with the homie Indica. Like definitely like a solid dynamic for sure as far as vocals go. Um, hmm, vocal shining star. Um, writing's definitely up there for me, but I feel like the hook is something that you could easily get caught in your head. To be honest with you, the hook is definitely up there, 100%. Hmm. And it's catchy. Yeah, probably the hook. To be honest with you, probably the hook. If I'm being totally honest with you. I just feel like it's not only catchy, but it's just memorable as well. So, definitely the hook. Definitely the hook. So instrumental solid, definitely the drums, vocal solid, definitely the hook. Let's talk theme here. Aesthetics. Now, aesthetics have been interesting for Braden over the course of the last couple of tracks, right? So I have a feeling that their art definitely doesn't reflect the track whatsoever. You know what I mean? I feel like Braden just goes for attractive art for sure, which is fine. Um, Definitely, 100%. But this one definitely strikes me as solid single art for sure. Um, Minimal, but gets the job done, 100%. So aesthetics on point. Um, Overall theme. I feel like this is definitely more of like a lighthearted track. I mean, I wouldn't call it like lighthearted, but it's more of like you could really kick back on a rainy day and like relax to this kind of track. Like even though the beat is like very hard and like has just this like hard hitting feel to it, it definitely has that like relaxed rainy day vibe for sure, especially with the hook. Like I feel like Braden definitely made like an anthem right here as far as like rainy, sleep in, wake up at night kind of vibe. 100%. It just has that feel to it, but it definitely has like a little fast paced element as well. So again, I could kind of see this being like a track you get up and go to, right? So it really depends on how you take it, to be honest with you. But either way, this is definitely one to remember, 100%. So, well done. A huge shout out to Braden. Thank you so much for the submission, my friend. Make sure you follow Braden on Spotify, and of course, make sure you follow Braden on Twitter. They are 9 followers away from 70. So go show Braden some love on the bird. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube free upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We are approaching 260 subaroonies. We upload 2 times a week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a whole lot of good stuff available over there on the channel. So go show these artists and the channel some motherfucking love, baby. And if you already have, thank you. We appreciate you here at Music Mondays. So, let's see here. All right. We left off with the homie Braden. Up next is the homie Mac 2 times. It's been a while since we heard from Mac. Usually shows ran a little bit late, or we just didn't get a chance to get a Mac submission, but now we are. So let's get into it, man. The homie Mac 2 times, a super talented hip hop artist, submitted a track titled TBH. Rod by the homie Rod. Pop it open a new tab, let's see what we got. I am down, my friends. Let's go. All right, 6 days ago, so super new. Let's get into it. Mac 2 times, TBH. I like that name. I don't know why.
Rod, is this new?
Don't ask me if you don't want I need. Wasn't there from the start. Just be honest, did you even really care? Cause you threw out my heart. Now you do me like that, it was me who had you one on the chart.
Going all around, spitting lines like you ain't break us apart. You ain't break us apart. You ain't break us apart. She really fucked up my mental. To be honest, I don't ever think I'm gonna be the same. Trying so hard to forget you. To be honest, this is really the most difficult game. Try my best to stay with you. To be honest, I was this close to making a change. I can't believe you had your bed full. To be honest, you a hoe, one day your heart gonna break. So what you mean back then when you was touching me? Cause I'm really thinking back to it, you was loving me. I believed it because tomorrow you had the key. Yeah, tomorrow you had the key. Why you so deceitful? You lying with your privacy, bro. Ass nigga, yeah, that's what you was calling me. 10 years later, I know you coming back to me. Asking for a second chance, cause you work at Dollar Tree. Don't ask me if you don't want me, wasn't there from the start. Just be honest, did you even really care? Cause you threw out my heart. Now you do me like that, it was me who had you one on the chart. Going all around, spitting lines like you ain't break us apart. She really fucked up my mental. To be honest, I don't ever think I'm gonna be the same. Trying so hard to forget you. To be honest, this is really the most difficult game. Try my best to stay with you. To be honest, I was this close to making a change. I can't believe you had your bed full. To be honest, you a hoe, one day your heart gonna break. Broke my heart completely, more than a mark. Can't believe that's how you treat me. Tore me apart. We too focused on the bread, so I ain't care at the time. Still could've did something if you told me your mind. Steady working at these jobs, trying to get a new life. That we both dreamed of with that house that was white. Don't ask me if you don't want I need, wasn't there from the start. Just be honest, did you even really care? Cause you threw out my heart. Now you do me like that, it was me who had you one on the chart. Going all around, spitting lines like you ain't break us apart. She really fucked up my mental. To be honest, I don't ever think I'm gonna be the same. Trying so hard to forget you. To be honest, this is really the most difficult game. Try my best to stay with you. To be honest, I was this close to making a change. I can't believe you had your bed full. To be honest, you a hoe, one day your heart gonna break.
Damn.
Is this
To be
new?
honest, you a hoe, one day your heart gonna break. I was really this close to making a change.
Let's go.
Difficult game. To be honest,
Okay, Mac. Okay. Like I said, it's been a while, man, and Mac has definitely not slowed down whatsoever. Not in the lyric department, not in the writing department, not in literally anything, man. So let's talk about it. We're going to talk about three things here, actually. We are going to talk about the instrumental. We're going to talk about vocals, and we're going to talk about the overall theme of the tracks. So, let's talk instrumental. Instrumental mix, fantastic. I like the choice too. It's very Mac 2Times-esque instrumental. Mac definitely knows how to pick their instrumentals for sure. But the mix is fantastic. Drums are solid. Everything cuts through nicely. Nothing clashing too overbearing. Nothing that really stuck out to me that was off at all, to be honest with you. So I'm a big fan of this mix, definitely. Instrumental mix there. Instrumental Shining Star. I feel like the drums were up there, but I feel like the melody is very memorable too. Hmm. Probably the drums. The drums definitely come to mind as like making an impact. And I like the sound selection a lot, and the patterns themselves are like really solid. So definitely the drums. 100%. Let's talk vocals. Vocal mix is fantastic as well. Max had a relatively solid vocal mix over the last, 6 months or so. So not really a shocker that they kind of nailed it as far as vocals go. Nothing clashing, too overbearing. Vocals sit nice, drums cut through nicely. Nothing that stuck out to me that was like off or anything like that. Vocal Shining Star. I do like the hook, but I feel like I'm gonna have to go with writing. All in all, writing. I feel like this is a very honest track for sure. Definitely writing, in my opinion. Um, so instrumental solid. Definitely the drums. Vocal solid. Definitely the writing. Let's talk theme. Aesthetics. It's a very Mac two times cover, 100%. I assume Mac went ahead and made this one, but definitely hits the mark. Definitely hits the mark as like a very simple cover for a track like this. I feel like Mac definitely nailed it for sure. Has that like collage feel to it, right? But definitely has like a deeper meaning after you listen to the track. So, definitely nailed it for sure. Definitely nailed it. Overall theme. So, man, overall theme is kind of interesting here. I feel like Mac was very honest with himself here and really just kind of let all their honest feelings out on this track. It wasn't a track where, they were just talking about their emotions. Like, these are a lot of like hard lyrics to like go ahead and write and perform in the aspect of going through them, right? So if you're going through what Mac is describing in this track, it takes a while for you to get to the point where you're kind of honest with yourself, you're honest with other people, and you're honest with like situations, right? So I feel like this track is a very like self recognition kind of track, but it's also just Max speaking from the heart as well. So, well done, my friend. Well done. With that said, a huge shout out to Mac two times. Thank you so much for the submission, my friend. Make sure you go follow Mac on SoundCloud. They are 7 followers away from 30. And of course, make sure you follow Mac on Twitter. They are 7 followers away from 160. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 260 subscribers, my friends. We upload 2 times a week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, all that good stuff's available over there. So make sure you go show these artists and the channel some motherfucking love. Let's get it, baby. And of course, if you have already, thank you. We appreciate you here at Music Mondays. Up next is a first time submitting artist by the name of Hoshenko. Vlad Hoshenko. Hope for review. Embers of Resilience. Got you, Vlad. Welcome to Music Mondays. I am a music composer and I like to play games, watching movies, and making music. Working mainly such as genres Dark Synth, Dark Wave, and Electronic. Okay. Alright. I'm down. Let's get into it. First time submitting artist, Hoshenko, Embers of Resilience. Alright. We'll pop this open a new tab and see what we got here. Alright. Banger. Go 480. Alright. Let's get into it here. First time submitting artist, Hoshenko, Embers of Resilience. Okay. Get it, Vlad.
I will never blame anyone, though I sometimes get angry at that in my head wellness in me, that I wish no one will see. My life is broken too, and I live it like this because I'm a fool. But I better burn out the desires, slowly die my lonely bias. I don't think this is my time, but I'm feeling atmosphere alive. I'm certain this flamed out fire wants to be high, wants to be higher. Lost in the darkness, searching for light, seeking for purpose, death of the night. Memories haunt me, regrets knock me down, but I keep on fighting, I won't let them drown.
Damn. Okay. Lots of love in the comments. That's sick. That is sick. Great description. Well done. Well done. Um. Damn. Okay. That was a very interesting first submission. I won't lie. So let's get into it, man. Let's break this one down. So, we are going to talk about three things here. We're going to talk about the instrumental. We're going to talk about vocals, and we're talking about the overall theme of Embers of Resilience. So, well, let's talk instrumental. Instrumental mix is great, to be honest with you. Nothing clashing, too overbearing. Nothing that really like stuck out to me as being off or anything like that. Vocals definitely sat nice. This is a very like live instrument heavy instrumental. So the mix definitely needed to be solid on this for this to sound crisp, and it definitely did. Without a doubt, I think it did. Especially when it comes down to like live instrumentals, man. Sometimes they can just be such a bitch to mix, but in this case, Hoshenko definitely nailed it for sure. So, instrumental mix definitely on par. Instrumental shining star. Structure was definitely up there, but the melodies were definitely a big player in this. The melodies were definitely a big player for sure. Without a doubt, not even a question. Yeah, definitely the melodies. They just cleared for sure. Very memorable, and they just took over the track as almost like another artist, you know. So, definitely the melodies. Let's talk vocals. Vocal mix. Solid, to be honest with you. Definitely minimal post processing, right? Nothing like too crazy as far as effects go. Super crisp, clean, clear, sit nice in the instrumental. Drums cut through nicely. Nothing that really stuck out to me that was off. Definitely right where it needs to be as far as these vocals go, for sure. So vocal mix solid. Vocal shining star. Probably the writing. Very like poetic yet confident and like stern writing, and I like the way it was performed as well. But definitely the writing, 100%. So instrumental solid, definitely the melodies, vocal solid, definitely the writing. Let's talk theme, aesthetics, Embers of Resilience. So super minimalistic cover here, but I think it kind of nails it, to be honest with you. So track title at the top right, and you know, for a track titled Embers of Resilience, this kind of reflects that in some small ways, right? Like definitely hits the mark as far as the track title goes. So theme aesthetically definitely on point. Overall theme, um it's definitely again like a very poetic yet it's a very confident song, without a doubt. Um, I think Embers of Resilience was a great track title for this because it's really written in a way where you get the sense of like fighting to kind of resist, whether it be change, other people, other aspects of life. Um, it has that big resistance feel to it, 100%. So it definitely captured the resilience feeling without a doubt, especially down to the writing. That's why writing cleared for me. So, well done, my friend. Well done. That was a very interesting first time submission. With that said, a huge shout out to Hoshenko. Make sure you go sub to their channel on YouTube. They're one sub away from 140. And of course, make sure you follow them on Twitter. They are approaching 60 followers. They are about 4 away. So go show them some love in the bird app, my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We are approaching 260 subscribers, so make sure you go check out the channel and go show that some love. We do upload 2 times a week, my friends. So, keep that in mind. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, a lot of good stuff over there. So, go show these artists on the channel some motherfucking love. And if you already have, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so we left off with Hoshenko. Up next is the homie Offspring Mysterious. Now, Offspring Mysterious, a very talented alternative producer as well as editor, designer, writer, uh, filmer, literally, submitted a brand new edition of not music art, but it looks like a new upload, and the caption reads, "The lore thickens. Annotated present." Okay, okay. Let's see what we got here from the homie. Offspring Mysterious. Hold on. Let's give this a quick pause, Rooney. Let's bump up the quality. Volume's maxed out. Let's get into it. Let's see what we got. Good footage. Oh shit. The fit is hard. The fit is extremely hard. It. Peace. W upload. I like that one. I like that one. When did that drop? 5 days ago. Brand new. Brand new. Yep. Suspicious entity. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh huh. W description. W links. Damn. Okay. So I like this one a lot. I like this one a lot. Okay. So for a couple reasons. A couple reasons that we're gonna talk about here. So we'll talk about the edit itself. Right up the rip with this bird visual here, we definitely have this aura of like mysteriousness a little bit, but at the same time, it kind of like leads into like the next scene here. This stuff is very creative, especially like the one he made a little while ago, kind of like stop motion. Yeah, like Offspring has definitely been killing it with the post production for sure. I totally agree. Totally agree. That stop motion fashion has been really fantastic for Offspring. I feel like Offspring definitely nails it, 100%. Um, but yeah, right off the rip, we kind of get this weird, mysterious, eerie aura, right? But then at the same time, I think Offspring did a good job kind of matching the location for this edit. I feel like this location was so on point for this edit, man. It was just fantastic. Um, yeah, no, like without a doubt, this is great. This is absolutely fucking great. Like it again kind of has that like East Coast feel a little bit to it, but definitely filmed it on like the perfect rainy day to get that like end game kind of feel a little bit. So location, great. The other thing I wanted to point out too, though, was the outfit chosen for all the characters in this. Like, this is just, I just love the fit for some reason. This is one of Offspring's more like simple but like creative outfits, without a doubt. So I like this one a lot. And the other thing I wanted to discuss was the post production, right? Like that transition you just saw on screen there, like kind of like the VHS glitch transition, right? But mixed with a lot of the stop motion you saw at the start was really like the cherry on top for this, right? Like clocking in at like what, like 2:14, like it's like a little over 2 minutes, but I feel like Offspring definitely fucking nailed it. Like definitely fucking nailed it. And is really getting like an interesting formula down for a lot of this short form content, right? Like a lot of these shorter segments are getting like better and better and better as far as like locations go, ideas, angles. There's a lot to really like talk about here. You know what I mean? So as far as this one goes, I would say the shining star got to be the post production. But the location and the outfit is definitely something I like a lot. But the post production with the editing has definitely been on point lately, especially with all of Offspring's submissions over the course of like the last month or so. Like the editing has just been fantastic. So, well done, my friend. Well done. Make sure you go sub to Offspring's channel. I believe they're 4 subs away from 150, so go show them some love over there on YouTube. And of course, make sure you follow Offspring on Twitter. They are 1 follower away from 920, so go show Offspring some love on the bird. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We are approaching 260 subscribers. We upload 2 times a week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a whole lot of good stuff's available over there on the channel. So go show these artists on the channel some motherfucking love. Let's get it, baby. Well done. Well done, my friend. So, up next, the Single Digits is back. Let's fucking get it. The Single Digits, a very, very talented alternative vocalist, submitted Until the End. Their last few submissions have been really fantastic, so I'm definitely excited to dive into this. Let's see what we got here. And we have some interesting cover art as well. I believe all the Single Digit submissions have been like just regular logo cover art, so this is going to be really cool. I'm excited. All right, let's get into it. The Single Digits till the end. Let's go. Oh, this is fucking heat. Great outro too. God damn, well done. Well done, man. The way that the Single Digits puts together their songs are just fantastic, man. They always seem to hit like all the check boxes, man. Somehow, some way. But let's talk about it. So we're gonna talk about three things. I want to talk about the instrumental, we're talk about vocals, and we're talk about the overall theme of Until the End. So, instrumental. Mix is fucking fantastic. Out of all their submissions, I've yet to hear even like an iffy kind of mix. Um, all of their instrumentals are just stellar. Especially much like I said a couple of submissions ago with the live instrumentals, right? Sometimes those are like insanely hard to mix and actually get level, and can take some time, right? Or it can just be extremely easy. Um, but the Single Digits definitely nails it down when it comes to that for sure. Instrumental mix definitely solid. Again, nothing clashing, too overbearing. Sound selection solid. Vocals sit nice. Drums are excellent. Structure's excellent. No gripes here at all. Instrumental Shining Star. Uh, hmm. Mm, honestly, probably the melodies. I like the drums a lot, and the structure's definitely up there, but the melodies are so like high energy and just high octane that you just can't ignore them, man. Definitely just can't ignore them. So definitely the melodies. Um, let's talk vocals. Vocal mix again, fantastic. Uh, you know, kind of the same thing with the instrumentals, right? Like I've yet to hear vocals from the Single Digits that is even like slightly iffy. Like I definitely think they nail their vocals when it comes down to mixing for sure. Um, no question, no question. Um, vocals sit nice in the instrumental. Everything cuts through nicely. Everything's nice and crisp, and it has that like grittiness to it as well. Like it has that like nice natural feel to it, but it's super crisp at the same time. So it's a very on point mix for like what sound they're going for. So vocal mix very much on point. Uh, vocal shining star. Mm, probably the hook. To be honest, the hook is really well written, but it's also really well performed as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and say the hook. Definitely. So instrumental solid, definitely the melodies. Vocal solid, definitely the hook. Let's talk theme. Aesthetics. This is the first track that we get to react to from the Single Digits that isn't their main logo, which is in the bottom right of the screen. But this one's fantastic. Like I got a very like, for the lack of not making a pun here, but fighting until the end kind of deal, right? Kind of fighting until there's no more fight left. And I feel like this war torn kind of city that we have on screen is very reflective of this track. It definitely nails it. It like this cover looks how this track feels, no question. And then the addition of their logo in the bottom right, fantastic. Perfect for a single, not even a question. So aesthetics, absolutely on point. Overall theme, again, I get a very like fight until the bitter end. Not giving up. This is a very motivational kind of track, right? You can get a lot of motivation from this. This is a great gym track. This is a great get up and go track. Especially if you're a fan of like independent punk, independent rock, alt punk, things like that, this is gonna be right up your alley for sure. Like this is gonna be right up your alley. But it has a lot of high energy to it, so this is definitely a track that you can really take to almost anything, right? Even if you're going through it, this is one of those tracks that's gonna lift you up. Um, Again, if you're going to the gym, you're cleaning the crib, you're driving at night, this is gonna be one of those songs that absolutely hits for sure. So this is a multi-occasion track right here, 100%. So, well done, my friend. Well done. Make sure you go follow the Single Digits on SoundCloud. They are 2 followers away from 20, so go show them some love over there. And of course, make sure you follow them on Twitter. They're 7 followers away from 430. Let's fucking get it. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We are approaching 260 subscribers. So go show these artists in the channel some love. And we upload 2 times a week, man. Every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a whole lot of good stuff is available over there, man. So go show these artists in the channel some motherfucking love. Shit. If you already have, thank you. We appreciate you here at Music Mondays, my friends. So, let's see here, chat. Let's see. So, we are about halfway through the show. So, we are going to take a quick commercial break. I'm going to need all of you guys to get up, go stretch your legs, go get a drink, go walk the dog, go take a quick smoke break, go do whatever you need to do. And when we return, we're going to go and get through the rest of our community submissions. So, don't go anywhere. And the Music Mondays podcast will be right back. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here live with the Music Mondays podcast, episode 161. Let's get it. So, we left off with the homie Single Digits, and up next is the homie Survival in Negativity, aka Sin. A very, very talented hip hop vocalist submitted. It all comes down to this. Let's see what this caption says. Another oldie but goodie. Okay. I'm down for a little classic. Let's get into it, man. All right, let's get into it. Survival and Negativity. It all comes down to this. Not too old.
And it all comes down to this. And it all comes down to this. One last chance to make a dream something more. Show this world exactly what you got in store. And it all comes down to this. Gather round, come one, come all. Watch the lowly average man try to turn himself into a star. No matter the age, pint size, or tall, everybody loves the tale of a nice rise and fall. Meet the man with the single solitary plan, no backup, and watch him try to hide a scary hand with the best poker face you've ever seen in your life. You never know the way he's broken by his demons at night. See him wrestle with depression in a steel cage match and be amazed at the way he can escape using pages of raps. And if that don't light your fire, then watch him battle heartbreak bare knuckled and never get tired. Do we have any volunteers who wants to hold the blade steady while he dares to try to swallow his fears? Guaranteed he's got something for folks of every age, and never mind the silly cries. It's all attention grabbing desperation. And it all comes down to this. And it all comes down to this. One last chance to make a dream something more. Show this world exactly what you got in store. And it all comes down to this. I feel like I'm in a cage, jumping through hoops for an audience I never got to see the faces of. In fact, never knew they were there to watch the fuck up juggle his humble pie with survival until his luck's up. Splat, flat on my face as everybody laughs, tears of a clown like Charlie Chaplin in the Body Cast. They probably gasp if I was actually hurt, or maybe mask it after laughing at it casually first. But tonight the jokes stop. They'll have to find a new act to pack the seats and fill in the show slots. Cause I'm gone. I beat against their ears with the song I've been singing all night long. Call it my freedom cry, longing to see the skies tonight. I'm out of sight and I won't even say goodbye. To be great, I gotta show 'em that I know what it takes. I see you on the other side of my great escape. And it all comes down to this.
Okay.
And it all comes down to this.
All right.
One last chance to make a dream something more. Show this world exactly what you got in store. And it all comes down to this.
All right. Yeah, like very interesting because like it is 3 years old, but it almost sounds relatively new. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely not super old in my opinion. But that is such a chill kind of track. That is a track that you definitely like absorb the lyrics to for sure. Okay. Let's break this one down, man. We are gonna talk about three things. We're gonna talk about the instrumental, we're gonna talk about vocals, and we're gonna talk about the overall theme of this track. So, let's talk instrumental. Mix is fantastic, literally fantastic. Super level, super clean. Nothing clashing to overbearing. Nothing that really like jumped out at me as like super off-putting or anything like that. Definitely a big fan of the mix for sure. Even down to like sound selection, 100%. So the instrumental mix, excellent. Um, Instrumental Shining Star, probably the melody. The melody's super peaceful but super memorable. And I don't want to say carries the instrumental, but it's a big part of the instrumental for sure. Um, as far as like the impact goes, right? Like obviously it's a big part of the instrumental, but when it comes down to like the whole song, it's definitely a big part for sure. Um, so definitely the melody. Um, let's talk vocals. Vocal mix very clean. Minimal post processing, super crisp vocals. Um, Survival is an artist that has a very solid natural voice. Um, so obviously they kind of tend to lean towards that, which I think is a great idea. But again, super crisp, clean, nothing clashing too overbearing. Drums cut through nicely, definitely. Vocals sit nice. No gripes with this at all. Um, hmm. Vocal shining star. Um, I feel like it's probably the hook. I was gonna say writing in general, but I feel like it's probably the hook. I'm not gonna lie to you, just because the hook is like it has that like peaceful element to it, but it's very like catchy. You know, it's very peaceful and catchy. So on first listen, that definitely made an impact for me at least. So, definitely the hook. Um, so instrumental solid, definitely the melodies. Vocal solid, definitely the hook. Let's talk theme. Aesthetics. Now, this is one that I'm really a fan of. Really, really a fan of. And I don't even think this one kind of needed any editing whatsoever, right? Kind of has like the skyline feel to it, but this time we have who I assume is Sin, kind of looking over the skyline, right? And it kind of relates to the song a little bit. But you guys know how I feel about these IRL covers, man. They always nail it, always nail it. But it has that peacefulness to it as well. So I think that was an overall really great choice. Um, uh, Overall theme. It all comes down to this. So I definitely feel like it was like a turning point in maybe Survival's career or life in general, where they were just starting to take music more serious, right? Because I definitely get a feeling of that as well. But this was definitely a lyrical and writing showcase as well, because there's a lot of really solid punchlines and bars and just lyrics in general in here that are about multiple topics, right? But I get a big sense that this was like a turning point for Survival, and you can just kind of tell. And I feel like they kind of nailed it, mixing all of those together with like a really like laid back kind of chill um sound on this. Like it's a very kickback kind of relaxed kind of track. So combining all that really made for a solid listen for sure. So well done, my friend. Well done. Huge shout out to Survival Negativity. Make sure you go follow them on SoundCloud. They are 5 followers away from 250. And of course, make sure you follow Survival on Twitter. They are 1 follower away from 310. Go show them some love on the bird app, my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 260 subscribers. So make sure you go show these artists on the channel some love. And we upload 2 times a week, man. Every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a whole lot of good stuff is available over there on the channel. And huge shout out to everybody that already has. Thank you. We appreciate you here at Music Mondays. So, let's see here. All right, we left off with the homie Sin. Up next is Summer Rose. Hi. Hello there, Summer. First time submitting artist. Just dilly dallying. Wilmo Optimistic Performance Visualizer. Huh. Okay. Let's see what we got here. I don't know if this is like a fan submission or what Summer's relation to this. I assume they are in some connection with Wilmo. Lyrics and description, lots of credits and description as well. Lots of love in the comments. Shit. All right. Let's get into it. Wilmo, optimistic. Actually, wait. Pause. Pause. We'll bump this up to 720. All right. Let's get it. Let's see what we got. Holy shit. What the fuck? What the fuck? Holy shit. No shot, right? No fucking shot. This came out 8 days ago, has 127 views. What the fuck? Holy shit, man. What? No way, man. No fucking way. No Twitter. Explains why, Brand is a world 20. Wow. That was fucking fantastic. I have not heard a submission like that in quite some time. Especially from an artist that is relatively undiscovered, right? Like 373 subscribers and 120 something views is fucking insane for this. Like absolutely fucking insane for this. Wow. Okay, let's break it down. Shit. All right, let's talk about it, man. We're gonna talk about three things, of course. Per usual, we're gonna talk about the instrumental, we're gonna talk about vocals, and we're gonna talk about the overall theme of Optimistic. Man. So let's just talk instrumental. Mix is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Just a perfect mix, if we're being honest with you. Nothing clashing, too overbearing, everything's super, super level. Yeah, definitely no gripes. I mean, this is as crisp as it possibly could be, right? So wow, just fantastic. Like right where it needs to be. Not even a question. Instrumental Shining Star Honestly, I like the melody and the drums a lot, but the structure is perfect, man. The structure is perfect. It drops where it needs to. It switches up where it needs to. I like the structure a lot for sure. Um, let's talk vocals. Fantastic. I mean, Wilmo has a great natural voice, so they definitely exploited that and wanted to let that shine as much as possible. So super cleaned up vocals, nice and crispy, super even, nothing clashing, too overbearing. Drums cut through nicely, vocals sit nice in the instrumental. Much like the instrumental, fantastic. I don't think you could get this to any better point. To be honest with you, um, vocal shining star. I mean, gotta be the hook, right? Gotta be the hook. Fucking killed the hook as far as like performance goes, man. Like fucking killed the hook. So gotta be the hook. Gotta be the hook. Um, so um, instrumental solid. Definitely structure. Vocal solid. Um, definitely the hook. Instead of the theme, since we have a visual here, let's talk about the visual. Especially from a first-time submitting artist, I definitely think that is worth talking about. So, when it comes down to the visual, relatively simple, right? But a couple things I want to point out and talk about here. Um, I feel like a lot of this editing was fantastic. Like this was it didn't try to be something that it wasn't, right? This is very much like a sit down, almost kind of like in your face performance. And it didn't need a lot of post production, which I like a lot. So shout out this editor. They did a lot of like minimalistic shit here that I think fantastic. Um, Backdrop's great. Um, Everything about this in a technical aspect is fantastic. It's not doing too much, and I think that's what I like about it the most. Is it's very simple, super HD, high quality, right? But I think the thing that kind of stands out to me too is Wilmo's performance on camera, right? Especially for a first time submitting artist, this is definitely somebody who's very comfortable on camera. No doubt, like absolutely super fucking comfortable. Um, Not tight, not kind of stiff. They don't look nervous. Like they're like letting it all out on this. Like absolutely letting it all out. And that's the number one thing here for me, especially for a first time submitting artist. Like I said, like sometimes people have like all the traits, right, and all the tools, and then they get on camera and they look super stiff, and that's something that they got to work on. Definitely not Wilmo, man. Definitely not Wilmo. Shining star for this is definitely the performance of Wilmo on screen. I think they did a really good job with this, a really fucking good job. That was a crazy first time submission, so well fucking done, man. Keep doing exactly what you're doing because you're gonna get right where you need to be. That's a fact. Um, with that said, make sure you go subscribe to Will Know. They're 7 subs away from 380. And of course, make sure you follow Summit Rose on Twitter. They're approaching 1.6K on Twitter. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube free upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 260 subroonies, so make sure you go show these artists on the channel some love. And we upload 2 times a week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, a whole lot of good stuff's available there. Make sure you go show these artists on the channel some motherfucking love. If you already have, thank you, by the way. But good God, that was a fucking crazy submission. Who is that? I need to go do my research on that motherfucker because god damn, that guy's gonna come up fast. For sure that guy's gonna come up fast. That guy is very talented. Alright, let's continue. Up next, we are back with the homie Zeph from Philo Inc. And they had a wonderful submission last week. But this week, Zeph, a wonderfully talented alternative hip hop artist, submitted Kendall Roy. Let's see what we got. I am down. So this is from the same project that we reacted to last week, Not Tomorrow. And this is the second track. I believe we did High Tides last week. I'm pretty sure we did, but let's get into it. Tomorrow, people, Kendall Roy.
So, I just wanted to get the gang together early in my tenure to say,
Yo. Like like Kendall Roy, like you fucking owe me something. Hold up. I am the eldest boy. Yo, I'm an 8-ball off the diving board, square, hold on paper. My Hail Mary, steady hands make craters, paperweight, fingers in safe palms. Pre-game jitters, lace the rock with napalm. Pavlov dog, hitting the buzzer beaters. No tomorrow, no beats, secret scriptures and other creatures. Self-proclaimed beat eaters is all dub. All rise, me and Brent, some Beretta Beach Boys, we sons to the gun.
Cover your eardrums when we go pop. It's a typhoon versus the ticking clock. Rampage till we stop being hot. Campaign till these niggas know I'm pickpocketing, the god of flows. Niggas stick talking, throw they stones. Everything comes in time, time's a whore, that's the line. Niggas fuck with lemons, but admittedly I see the live lying right that lemons are sublime. I'm right.
Hold up, yo, wrong timing, the big hand took a left turn. On my offside, red flag, salted root burning. Don't give a fuck to follow the way, the clock turning. Rock earning, disconcerting, dance telling you it's urgent. Dance feeling like it's worthless, falling off my ass. Fake Virgil looks suburban, like it's shooting up your glass. Trace reflection can't bleed it, put it through the glass. Any purchase smaller than a hamster doing the dash. Vision taller than canvas, smile brighter than flash. Face down in the pool, thinking back before the crash. There's some lines that you aren't meant to catch.
Yep.
There's some energy you aren't meant to match.
Kiss my ass and get a grip. I'm giving lashes with the whip. I'm dripping ashes from my pen. I'm lifting Atlas in a pinch and passing blunt folks. Trauma, gassing up, mo drama. Chapping lips, sorta kinda rapping gifts for the martyrs. Sipping magic from a wish. Thrifting classics. War potion on my wrist. This shit is amethyst. It get the bitches amorous. Amazonian. Motion detection is on my ring. Is a whole little thing. Everything is nothing till I'm in. Niggas got hot takes but flake when I say okay. Cap say it's sin. Cause you lying, those opinions ain't shit. I am frying most minions in the mid. No, I'm trying to get these M's. Cut your nose despite the face. And you might just escalate. And you might just find a way despite the whole entire game. Release a whole nother album that'll get as mad as anything, nigga. Cause you suck.
Damn.
Yo, Chef, yo, Brent, what's good? Tomorrow, people, no duo, you know what it is.
What would evil Uncle Noah do?
Let's go, let's go. Yo, yo. Yo. Young Naz running inside the scene, puffing green, nothing fronted comfortably. It's not for me to some to see. Must have gotten caught within the dumbest piece. Brush the weed off the night table, slice beats like the son of samurais within the night's reach. Type to get a ride from every source within the right's meat. Might possess a slight greed, but winning's everything. I got a strike need. Precisely entitled, just don't mind the shit by any means. A drag rapper's body bag, retarded motherfuckers always got a lag. Not the most common types who wanna brag, but every flow could probably hit you in your cardiac. For the longest drag, brought the heat like strong matches, never pausing, always activated, causing havoc when the rap is aiming. Past outdated visions, any crack to get this payment interest. Every damn waking up and playing every rhythm. Don't complain, you can't attain the wisdom. You was probably sitting on a couch, you hating everything you came to witness. Living without a mission, you lack a feeling. All this fucking urgency, what hasn't killed him. Static fracturing the gray matter in a path of rhythm. You lack discipline, may returns to kill again. Crimson might produce your man's downfall like Gilligan. Yo, you know what it is.
Okay.
I got success but never suffered. Okay, that's a lie. I'm always stressing about the numbers. I'm numb to pressure, always hiding under covers. The suffocating warm summers, world's going under. There's no tomorrow, so it's over before I started. No sorrows, full throttle, gunning for the target. Split the margins like Louis crossing the sun out. Or split you harder when waist star with the Madison route. Word of mouth will get you farther in the long span. I only fuck with girl bosses, Tom Wom scans. The consequences of my actions made a strong man. Started cracking from exhaustion, had to pause the plan. But that's the past and now it's off my mind. It's time to shine, I gotta crack the mold and make it mine. But that's the past and now it's off my mind. It's time to shine, I gotta crack the mold and make it mine.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm afraid I have to inform you, you are all dismissed. Yeah, you're all fired. 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 Fired.
You're all done, baby. Okay. Okay, well done. Let's break this one down, man. Let's talk about it. So, we're gonna talk about three things here. We're talking about the instrumental, we're gonna talk about vocals, and we are gonna talk about the overall theme of Kendall Roy. So let's talk instrumental. Mix is great. Nothing clashing, too overbearing. Super even, nice and loud. Nothing that really like stuck out to me that was pretty off, to be honest with you. Super crisp. Drums are solid. Sound selection solid. Nothing that was really like too off-putting for me or anything like that. So mix was definitely there, 100%. Instrumental shining star. Um. Hmm. You know, probably the drums. The drums kept up a really solid rhythm that I felt like influenced the flow a lot. So definitely the drums. I like the drums and definitely the sound selection on the drums for sure. Um, let's talk vocals. Vocal mix, great. Again, super level. Nothing clashing to overbearing. Drums cut through nicely. Vocals sit nice in the instrumental. Nothing that really sticks out as off to me at all, especially for everybody throughout the song. Nothing was really like off-putting. Nah. Again, a lot of the artists on this song have a really solid natural voice. So, um, definitely minimal post processing, just really uh making everything super crisp and clean for sure. Uh, vocal shining star. Now, this one's kind of funny to me because I was kind of debating. Like at first, I was gonna say flow and cadence. Then by the end of the track, I was like, writing's kind of crazy in this too, though. Writing's kind of crazy. So to be honest, I think I'm gonna go writing. This is one of those tracks that like makes you listen to the lyrics, the punchlines, the bars, and just pretty much everything, right? You're kind of dissecting as you go along. Um, so definitely writing for me, definitely. Um, so instrumental solid, definitely drums, vocal solid, definitely the writing. Let's talk theme. So I had already spoke a little bit about this cover for No Tomorrow, and it definitely gives me that project feel. Not even a doubt in my mind. But again, it kind of has that like apocalyptic kind of like scientists watching a rocket or spaceship kind of take off, right? But it has this dreadful kind of feeling to it as well. So it's a very interesting piece, but project worthy without a doubt. Um, so overall theme for Kendall Roy, obviously very sample heavy, right? But I don't think that there was like a theme that was very like stand out-ish. Obviously, if you didn't like pick up on the Kendall Roy stuff, it'll kind of like go over your head. But I would say definitely more of a like a lyrical and writing showcase for sure, no doubt. You are meant to listen and dissect these for sure, and just enjoy, right? Because again, the flow and cadence and the delivery is fantastic. But I think definitely somewhat of like a cipher style anthem that really really shows off everybody's lyrical ability, no doubt. So with that said, a huge shout out to Tomorrow People. Thank you so much for the submission. Make sure you follow them on Spotify, and of course, make sure you follow Dev on Twitter. They are approaching 1.1K on the Bird app, so go show them some love there on Twitter. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube free upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 260 subscribers. We're about 4 or 3 away, so go show the channel some love. And we upload 2 times a week, literally every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a lot of good stuff's available over there on the channel, man. So go show these artists on the channel some motherfucking love, baby. Let's get it. And if you already have, thank you for showing love to the Music Mondays podcast, my friends. Thank you. Up next would be the homie Jordan, but we've already reacted to Jordan since Jordan is a Music Mondays Patreon, so definitely go check out that submission at the start of the show and go show Jordan some love. Up next is the homie Laveries. Laveries has been killing it with their side content piece, Ear Candy, and they submitted season 1, episode 5, Get In With Me. And for those of you that don't know, Laveries, a very talented hip hop artist, has been really diving into the content side of things, which has been a pleasure to check out here on the show. So I'm ready to get into it. Let's go. We're back with more Laveries here. Let's give this a quick pause. Volume up. Bam. Bam. 720. Let's get into it. Ear Candy, season 1, episode 5. Get in with me. Let's go. Oh, this is gonna be crazy.
So this is episode 5 of Ear Candy. Today we got Get In With Me by Bossman D-Lo. If you want to be a boss, you gotta pay the price. Left wrist on froze, look like a bag of ice. I'm driving a Bentley Bentayga like I don't love my life. You get it? You get it? Episode
Bitch.
5, Ear Candy, season 1. At the halfway point. For sure, for sure.
Yep.
I don't even know what else to say. We're just gonna get into it. Ladies off whites, eating on Hirachis. Bad bitch, video flow, eating hibachi. Damn, this shit loud as fuck. I was kind of good at school, and then I stopped giving a fuck. Hold on. Look at the key ingredient.
Gotta have that.
Step on the gas and I go. I ain't talking to these bitches if they ain't my hoe. Yeah, I let it hoe for sure. God damn. I dropped out and tried to make some money. That's what's up. I'm trying to get it poppin', get my money up for sure. As soon as I got racks, she won't be working anymore. Knew I was made for this. Punch me in. I'm lying. I'm reporting myself.
Punch me in.
She won't be working anymore. Knew I was made for this. I knew. Yeah, this money is for spinning off a show. Ooh, it in the air, and I watch it fall slow. Ooh. Dropped out and tried to make some money. That's what's up. Then I went back. I had to get my diploma. I just step on the gas and I go. I ain't talking to these bitches if they ain't my hoe. Yeah. Yeah. I just step on the gas and I go. I ain't talking to these bitches if they ain't my hoe. Yeah, that's how it go when she with me. She was free when she hit me, and I call her my little yeah. Yeah, I love my bitch for sure. She let me put it in her throat. When my titty touch the bat, that's how it go. I gotta get to this bad, to the dough. Yeah, this money is for spending, not for show. Yeah, you couldn't do that shit with your little bills. Get to this bad, to this dough. Yeah, this money is for spending, not for show. When I'm bored, throw it in the air and watch it fall slow. Yeah, with your little bills, you touch 5, 10s, and 20s. I touch real money. Yeah, you think it's something funny? I'ma show you something funny when I fuck your bitch.
That line is crazy.
And that means what it's fuck. I ain't pulling up to these bitches in my driver. I'ma show you something funny when I fuck your bitch. It get real runny. Yeah, that means what it's fuck. I send my driver to these bitches. I ain't pulling up. Show. When I'm bored, throw it in the air and watch it fall slow. Yeah, I was trying to get a buck. Trying to get to this bad, to the dough. Yeah, this money is for spinning, not for show. When I'm bored, throw it in the air and watch it fall slow. Yeah, that mean what it's fuck. I send my driver to these bitches. I ain't pulling up. When they get here to my crib, they better be ready to suck. I gotta bring him to the side, don't wake my bitch up. She gon' beat your fucking ass if she catch you, and she might beat me too. And when they get here to my place, they better be ready to suck. And when they get here, yeah, they better be ready to suck. I gotta bring him to the side, don't wake my bitch up. Yeah, if she catch you, then she might just beat your ass, and she might beat my ass too. I ain't even gonna lie to you. They gonna try to stop my ground, but they ain't stopping shit. Yeah. Yeah, I love my bitch for sure. She let me put it in her throat. She want my tit to touch the bat. That's how I go. Yeah. I'm fucking geeking, bro. This is the worst episode so far.
Nah, I don't think so. Beat is so hard.
Dante, you snapped on this one.
I was kind of good at school, and then I stopped giving a fuck. I dropped out and tried to make some money, that's what's up. And then I went back, I had to get my diploma. Told my mother that I love, but I don't owe nothing. Now I'm trying to get it poppin', get my money up for sure. As soon as I get racks, she won't be working anymore. I knew that I'd be rich, knew I was made for this. stop my grind, but they ain't stopping shit. Yeah. I just step on the gas and I go. I ain't talking to these bitches if they ain't my hoe. Yeah, I love my bitch for so she let me put it in the throat. She want my tit to touch the bed, that's how it go. Yeah. Tryna get to this bag, to the dough. Yeah, this money is for spinning, not for show. When I'm bored, throw it in the air and watch it fall slow. Yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah. You can't do that shit with your little bills. You touch 5, 10s, and 20s. I touch real money. Yeah. Oh, you think it's something funny? I'ma show you something funny. When I fuck your bitch, she get real runny. Yeah. That mean what as fuck. I send my driver to these bitches, I ain't pulling up. And when they get here, yeah, they baby ready to suck. I gotta bring up through the southern with my bitch up. Yeah, if she catch you, then she might just bitch your ass, and she might beat my ass too. I ain't even gonna lie to you, nah. I ain't even gonna lie to you, nah. I was kinda good at school. There you have it, folks. Season 1, episode 5, Ear Candy, Boss Man D-Lo, get in with me, freestyle. I really fucking suck at freestyling, bro. Alright.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. That was one of my favorite personal ones, so that's crazy that Laveri said that. Just because, like, I don't know, that was just enjoyable. Like, I don't dislike any of them, if I'm being honest. So that's why I'm just kind of like, nah, I definitely like that one. I definitely don't think that one was like it didn't stand out as any like different than the rest, you know. But I will say that the freestyle in this one was fucking fire. I don't know what it was. Maybe Laverius is just low key, just slowly kind of sharpening their sword, so to speak, when it comes to like freestyling and punching in and out. I know that's how they usually record anyway, but this just kind of like is an exercise where I feel like you're gonna get better and you don't even know it. You know what I mean? Just by doing it more and more and more. So that's what I noticed about this one is Laverius is definitely like pushing the bar with like the freestyles, what they say, their writing, like they're just catching flows quicker. Like this one's really solid. Like this one I feel like is a very good like progress episode. If I'm being honest with you, you can see the progress in Laverius's work here. I feel like this is great for so many reasons. Yeah, content for the channel definitely, and socials, but this is like keeping Laverius sharp in the time that they're not making songs, right? They're keeping up their flows, their writing, their just creativity, right? So that's definitely the shining star here. Is Laverius is like slowly but surely like just improving, just slowly improving, man, and I'm here for it. I believe we're nearing the end of season 1, so let's fucking get it, baby. Definitely excited for the season finale. We got to get like a classic instrumental on there or some shit, but let's fucking get it, man. With that said, huge shout out to Laverius. Thank you so much for the submission. Laverius is literally 8 subs away from 490, so go show him some love on YouTube, and of course, make sure you follow Laverius on Twitter. They are 1 follower away from 119, so go show him some love on the Bird app. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube upload. And of course, make sure to subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We are approaching 260 subscribers, so make sure you go sub to the channel and go show these artists some love. And if you already have, thank you. Let's fucking get it, baby. So we left off with the homie Laverius. Up next is the homie Patterns. Now Patterns has recently dropped a project, and they are absolutely fucking killing it in 2024. So Patterns, a very, very talented vocalist, submitted a track titled Enchanting. I like that name. All right, let's get into it. Pop this over a new tab. Wham blam. Pause it right quick. Let's get into it. 9 days ago. Oh shit, we got some lyrics in the description as well. Okay, I'm with it. All right, let's get into it. Lil Wet Wet, Enchanting. Let's go. God, SoundCloud needs fucking dark mode. That is such an interesting instrumental. I'm very surprised Patterns hopped on that, but I like it. I like it though. It fits, you know. It definitely fits. Um, okay, let's break this one down. We're gonna talk about three things here. We're gonna talk about the instrumental. We're talking about vocals, and we're talking about the overall theme of Enchanted. Um, let's talk instrumental. I mean, shit, the instrumental could be called Enchanted, right? Like, I feel like the melody is such like a enchanting kind of sound, right? Let's talk mix. Mix is absolutely fantastic. Let's check the credits here. Mix master, yep, per usual. The usual suspects in the mix and master. Kind of a new prod here. This is not a prod I don't think we've Patterns work with here on the show. So kind of an interesting collab here. But regardless, mix is fantastic nonetheless. Nothing clashing, too overbearing. Drums are solid. Sound selection's great. Melody's great. Vocals sit nice in the instrumental. Drums cut through nicely. Nothing that really stuck out to me that was off. Not really a shocker. Lil Wet Wet is an artist that usually has a pretty consistent mix. Like 9 times out of 10, literally. So something you always want to point out. But not really a shocker. Instrumental Shining Star has got to be the melody for sure. It just has that enchanting, almost video game fantasy kind of feel a little bit. I get a little bit of like a Spyro Crash Bandicoot kind of feel, but the drums pick up the pace as well. So, drums are a close second, but definitely the melody for sure. Let's talk vocals. Vocals again, same as instrumental, man. Super solid mix. Nothing clashing to it. Lil Wet Wet really knows what they want their voice to sound like when it comes to certain tracks, and this one is all the same, 100%. I definitely feel like they nailed this mix when it comes down to vocals for sure, no question. Crisp, clean, delivery solid. Definitely no gripes. Definitely no gripes. Vocal Shining Star. I like the flow and cadence a lot, but I kind of want to say writing, to be honest with you. This is a great one to kind of just like sit back and absorb the lyrics. Much like a couple artists here on the show, Patterns is a very like visual writer, right? Like when you read their lyrics, it's very easy to visualize what they're speaking about. So that's what I love about this. So definitely writing for sure. So instrumental solid, definitely the melody. Vocal solid, definitely the writing. Let's talk theme. So this is actually a piece of art that I've already spoke a little bit about, but just to touch on it again, this is fantastic for a project, right? Kind of has that element of like an IRL photo, right? Like a real photo, but then you have the super edit along with the text up top. Super plain, simple, but I love the color palette. I love the quality of it. Like this is great for a project. Definitely no gripes on this one. 100%. Overall theme. So, you know, with the title Enchanting, it's such like a fairy tale kind of track when you like really put it all together. And as I said, Patterns is a very like interesting writer in the aspect that it's so easy to visualize what they're talking about, right? Because they're so descriptive and so good at writing that you don't have any trouble kind of like putting the story in your head and you're like, ah, you know what I mean? So, this is one that definitely has a feeling of looking back on the past, but also kind of being in the present, right? Like it's not a flashback to the past and describing the past. It's like being in the present while thinking about the past. And Patterns is very good at that. Very good at that. And this one is just right up there with it. Right up there. So with that said, huge shout out to Lil Wet Wet. Thank you so much for this submission, friend. Much love. Make sure you go follow them on SoundCloud. They are 1 follower away from 650. And of course, make sure you follow Patterns on Twitter. They are 7 followers away from 450. So go show them some love over there in the bird app, my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 260 subscribers. So make sure you go show the channel and these artists some love. And of course, we upload 2 times a week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a whole lot of good stuff's available over there. So go show these artists on the channel some motherfucking love, man. If you already have, thank you. We appreciate you here at Monday. So, let's continue on, chat. A couple submissions left. We left off with homie Patterns. Up next is No Name Dread. Been, I think, like a couple weeks since we heard from Dread. Dread's back putting out some really high quality singles. But a super talented alternative artist and producer submitted enough. Prod, No Name Dread. Let's check this out. Let's see what we got here, chat. Let's see what we got. Name definitely down. Right. So, let's get into it. No Name Dread, enough. I thought those were full stops. I was like, what the hell? Oh my. Wow. Wow. That shit is fucking crazy. Dread is just so versatile, man. Like the versatility is just oozing out of Dread, man. God. Fuck. And it's produced by Dread. Jesus. Alright, let's break this one down, man. Fuck. We're talking about three things. We're talking about the instrumental, we're talking about vocals, and we're talking about the overall theme of Enough. So, let's talk instrumental. So, produced by Dread. Fantastic. Like, Dread is a wonderful producer. Just as good as a prod as he is an artist, man. So with that said, the mix, fantastic. Nothing clashing, too overbearing, nothing that really, like, threw me off at all. If anything, it's really fantastic. Like, I think they went above and beyond with metal, actually. With a lot of the smaller things, right? The chops, the effects, just everything was on point. Even sound selection, great. So mix right where it needs to be, no question. Instrumental Shining Star. I love the structure a lot. I like the melody a lot, but I kind of want to say drums, to be honest with you. The drums were just fantastic. Drums were just hard hitting, gritty. Sound selection was great. Patterns were great. No gripes. No gripes at all. So yeah, definitely the drums for sure. Let's talk vocals. Vocals again, fantastic. Like, come on, like the mix itself, great. Super crisp, clean. Again, nothing clashy to overbearing. Vocals sit nice in the instrumental. Everything cuts through nicely. Nothing that really like threw me off or anything like that whatsoever. But even the effects and just a lot of the smaller stuff really like shined in this. Really, really shined. So vocal mix, absolutely fantastic. Vocal shining star. Probably the structure. I like how this song was always progressing, right? But it still felt whole. And Dread really came through with like just a lot of like effects and just smaller things that were just like wow. So yeah, it's got to be structure for me. Got to be structure for sure. Flow and cadence is a close second though. I will say that flow and cadence is a very very close second. Hmm. Okay, so instrumental solid. Definitely the drums, vocal solid. Definitely the structure, flow okay, it's a close second. Let's talk theme. Aesthetics. Actually, a fucking crazy image. This reminds me of one of those like old like drug ad images like from like the early 2000s or like the like 2010 that like you used to just see in like magazines or at like the doctors or some shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's super solid choice to be honest, especially for a single. Overall theme is a very interesting theme. Definitely has the sense of like being fed up or like enough is enough kind of feel like it's just enough is enough like a kind of like a change in attitude or like a new leaf or just like sometimes when you get in new eras of life sometimes you realize just like a lot of like old habits and a lot of like dumb shit is just like enough, you know what I mean? You're just like, yeah, fuck this. So I get a very big sense of that here with Dread. But again, this definitely feels like a very personal track as well. So Dread lets his lyrical ability shine while also kind of letting the listener make up the rest, and really take it how they want to take it. But well done, my friend. Well done. Huge shout out to No Name Dread. Thank you so much for the submission. Make sure you go follow Dread on SoundCloud. They are 10 followers away from 230. And of course, make sure you follow Dread on Twitter. They are 2 followers away from 180. So go show them some love on the bird app, my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We are approaching 200 and subscribers on the main channel. So go show these artists and the channel some love. And of course, we upload 2 times a week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, a lot of good stuff. So go show these artists and the channel some motherfucking love. Get it. And if you already have, thank you. We appreciate you at Mondays. All right, we left off with the homie Dread. Up next is the homie Thomas Marcus, a very, very talented alternative producer. Submitted a track titled Objective Analysis. I'm down. I am definitely down. Let's see. All right. Is this brand new, February 13th, so like 6 days ago, man. Thomas is really been consistent this year for sure. So let's get into it. Thomas Marcus, Objective Analysis. Guitar is fantastic. Let's fucking get it, Thomas. Well done, man. Well done. That was fantastic. I like that one a lot. Structure was great there. Okay, so we're gonna talk about two things here. We're gonna talk about the instrumental, and we're gonna talk about the overall theme of objective analysis. So, let's talk instrumental. Instrumental mix, fantastic. Thomas has had a really consistent mix, of course, the last few submissions. So no shocker there. Super solid mix. Nothing clashing, too overbearing. Drums are nice, sound selection's nice, structure's great, like I said. Yeah, no gripes with this at all. No gripes with this. Definitely not. And especially like even like the smaller things like the vinyl effect and things like that, I thought were a great addition. Instrumental Shining Star. Probably the melody. I feel like the structure is up there, but definitely the melody, man. Like, Thomas is an excellent guitar player, so it's got to be the melody. Drums were great too, though. I definitely like the drums on this a lot. But melody takes the cake here. 100%. Super passionate and has a lot of emotion to it. 100%. So instrumental solid. Definitely the melody is the shining star. Overall theme of objective analysis. Let's take a look at the art, man. Solid art. I like the minimalistic approach, right? Of just like shrinking down the image and just kind of like has that like Midwest lo-fi feel to it, which Thomas is a great lo-fi artist, so no question that this kind of worked out 100%. So aesthetics on point. Overall theme. Objective analysis is one of the great things that like about being a producer, right? Is obviously we don't do vocals, so the producers that consistently put out music like for themselves, right, and just kind of like are able to tell their own story, is great, and I think that's what Thomas does a lot here. So objective analysis definitely has a subliminal or personal meaning to Thomas, right? For this instrumental, and I think that's what's really great about being a producer is you can actually like great full-blown songs like this, and you can release stuff on your own and really be your own artist, right? So with that said, well done, my friend. Well done. Huge shout out to Thomas Marcus. Thank you so much for this submission. Make sure you follow Thomas on Spotify, and of course, make sure you follow Thomas on Twitter. They are 2 followers away from 70, so go show them some love over there on the Bird app. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube upload. And of course, every artist, go show every damn artist some love. You guys know the love like a drill. And of course, make sure you subscribe, though. Make sure you definitely subscribe. We're like 3 or 4 subs away from 260. So make sure you go show the channel and these artists some love. And of course, we upload 2 times a week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a lot of good stuff available over there on the channel. So go show these artists on the channel some love. And if you already have, thank you. We appreciate you here at Music Mondays, my friends. Up next, in our final submission of the night, is the homie Filter. It's been a while since we heard from Filter. I think probably like a couple weeks or so. But Filter, a very, very talented alternative artist and producer, submitted Fluctuate demo. Let's see what we got here, man. Got a little private link here, so I'm down. I am definitely down. Let's get into it. Filter Fluctuate. Wow. Okay. Filter is just so versatile, man. Like, this is an artist that really pushes boundaries of sounds and genres and just themselves, man. Like, this is crazy. This is just fucking crazy. All right, let's break this one down. We're gonna talk about three things. We're gonna talk about the instrumental, talk about vocals, and we're talking about the overall theme of Fluctuate. So, instrumental mix, solid to be honest with you, especially in like a rough demo state, very solid. Nothing clashing, too overbearing, nothing that really like struck out to me as like off or anything. Vocals definitely sit nice. Drums cut through nicely. Drum selection is solid. Structure is very solid. Um, yeah, nothing that really jumped out as me as like weird to me at all. To be honest with you. Um, so the mix is there, especially for like what this is, right? Like this is definitely like a boundary pushing for sure. So mix, definitely on point. Instrumental Shining Star. I was gonna say melody, but the drums were a big player here too. Drums were a really, really big player. But also the structure is kind of you can't understate the structure either. So, mm, probably yeah, it's got to be the structure, man. It's got to be the structure. Like the instrumental is so I wouldn't say experimental, right? But it's very alternative and it has such a flavor of originality to it, and I think the structure definitely has a hand in that for sure. So definitely structure. Um, vocal mix. Vocal mix is great. Filter is always an artist that has like a really solid hold on their vocals and what they want to sound like when it comes down to certain tracks and things like that. But super crisp, super even. Even on some of like the higher parts, I think Filter sounds great. And again, nothing clashing, too overbearing. Vocals sit nice, drums cut through nicely. Nothing that struck me as off at all. Um, so vocal mix solid. Instrumental or no, vocal shining star. Um, probably the hook. I'm not gonna lie to you. Probably the hook. Writing in general too, though. But I don't know. The hook is catchy. It's eerie. It's got this ethereal feeling to it. Yeah, probably the hook. Probably the hook. Instrumental solid. Definitely a structure. Uh, vocal solid. Definitely the hook. Let's talk theme. Aesthetics. Definitely a temporary cover for sure, but a hilarious cover nonetheless. I definitely like this out for a cover, 100%. Overall theme fluctuate, right? This one's kind of like a deeper track for sure, but it kind of has that like bare bones kind of meaning, right? Like it definitely feels like a fluctuate kind of track, like whether you're fluctuating moods, feelings, wanting to transition into like different areas of life. There's a lot of elements that fluctuate throughout life in general, right? And I think Filter definitely touches on that really nicely here while letting the listener kind of make up in their head like what what each line could possibly mean to Filter and them as well. Um, but definitely definitely hope this one sees the light of day for sure because this is one that definitely needs 100%. With that said, well done, my friend. Well done. Huge shout out to Filter. Thank you so much for the submission. Make sure you go follow Filter on SoundCloud. And of course, make sure you follow Filter on Twitter. They are 2 followers away from 40, so goddamn it, go show Filter some motherfucking love. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 260 Subroonies. We upload 2 times a week, every Thursday, every Saturday, full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, all that good stuff's available over there on the channel. Go show these artists in the channel some motherfucking love, my friends. If you already have, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's fucking get it. So, with that said, my friends, that does it for all of our submissions tonight in episode 161. Let's close it out. Let's say some goodbyes. Let's talk about what's coming over the next week or so at Music Mondays. Let's talk about what you can expect and all that good jazz. So, huge shout out to again everybody that submitted. Let's see here. Let's throw out some names. All right. So huge shout out to Jordan per usual. Huge shout out to Nikki, Braden, Mac 2 times, Vlad, Offspring, the single digits, Thin, Summer, Chef, Jordan, Lavaries, Lil Wet Wet, No Name Dread, Thomas Marcus, and Filter. Thank you guys so much for all of your submissions. You're fucking wonderful. And huge shout out to everybody that came through and showed love in the motherfucking chat, man. We had a wonderful, wonderful chill stream tonight, man. Huge shout out to Loudest. Huge shout out to Ree. And everybody else that came through and lurked and chilled. We appreciate you here at the Music Mondays podcast, man. Thank you. So, you can expect a lot of goodies on Music Mondays over the course of the next week or so, man. Lots of stuff, to be honest with you. So let's talk the next week or so. Expect your regular Music Mondays content to stay flying. We have a lot to get out. Some of our SoundCloud playlists are going to be updated. I'm going to be organizing some interviews and some YouTube uploads as well. Feature Friday, Workshop Wednesday, all that good stuff. And of course, if you're interested in submitting for next week's episode of the Music Mondays podcast, submissions open tomorrow. So make sure you follow us on socials at All Music Mondays. Stay up to date when submissions are open. If you're watching this live, submissions open tomorrow. If you're watching this on YouTube, definitely go check out the recent submission tweet because submissions are fucking open. So, with that said, man, let's get it. Tonight's show was absolutely fantastic, and the community is fucking amazing. Music Mondays merch is still up for sale, so make sure you grab them while supplies last, man. Small, mediums, and larges still in stock. So, send us a message or DM if you'd like to purchase one. And of course, with that said, that does it for episode 161 of the Music Mondays podcast. I'm your host, Sam Slays, and of course, make sure you follow Music Mondays at All Music Mondays. Make sure you follow me. All the links are down below at Sam Slays, and of course, make sure you stream All Music Mondays everywhere you go. Anchor.fm/All Music Mondays, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all that good stuff. And stay tuned, man, because we have a very interesting year ahead. That's for sure. But lots of new stuff coming this week. Stay tuned. Be safe. It's been your boy, Zom Slays, and we'll see you next week for the Music Mondays podcast, episode 162. And of course, make sure you follow the channel if you haven't already, man. We stream literally 6 days a week, so make sure you come through and stop by and say what's up, man. But we'll see you next time. It's been your boy, Zom Slays. I love you guys. Take care, be safe, and we'll see you tomorrow.